Is a bird? Is a plane? No! It's just me wearing a Superman t-shirt, so what? Hello YouTubers and welcome to another movie review. And even though I am wearing a Superman shirt, I'm not going to be reviewing another Superman movie for the time being, so it's kind of misleading in a way that I'm wearing a shirt. But in actual fact, I'm going to be reviewing a film about another superhero that comes in the form of Batman. And, well, you know how we've had quite a few Batman films, and I think in terms of films, Batman has probably had the better films than what Superman has, because Superman has had quite a few mixed films in a way, and in my personal opinion, Man of Steel was probably his best film so far. With Batman, he's had quite a few bad films as well. I mean, in 1989 we got the Tim Burton Batman film, and that was like a whole new direction that it took the character to, because before, Batman was seen as something camp with the 60s TV show with Adam West, and with the 1989 Batman film by Tim Burton starring Michael Keaton as Batman and Jack Nicholson, who is one of my favourite actors of all time, he was the Joker. It was really good new direction because it made it darker in a way. Then we got the sequel, Batman Returns, same sort of thing, except you got Danny DeVito as the Penguin, with Michael Keaton coming back as the main character, and Tim Burton came back as director. Then we sort of went a little bit silly with Joel Schumacher coming into the director's seat and Val Kilmer becoming Batman in the 1995 Batman film Batman Forever, which was the same year as Born. I think it started getting silly around then, even though we had some great actors in that film as well. We had Tommy Lee Jones, another great actor, one of my favourite actors of all time, and we also had Jim Carrey, which I think is a good actor, despite being in lots of goofy roles in all of his movie career, and being more of a comedy actor. I think he is a good actor. He's really good at what he does. Then we got to Batman and Robin, which came out in 1997, again directed by Joel Schumacher. George Clooney this time played the Caped Crusader, and oh my god, Batman and Robin is probably one of the worst movies of all time. I don't even know what's worse, me watching that film, or the fact that maybe one day I might have to actually review it. Please don't make me review that film. So anyway, after that, the series sort of just went on a hiatus, and we didn't get a Batman film for a while. Batman was kind of dead, really, until 2005, when Christopher Nolan stepped into the director's chair. He cast Christian Bale as the new Batman, and he rebooted the series, and by God, what a job he did. And the final product was called Batman Begins. Now, Batman Begins is one of the best reboots of all time, in my opinion. One of the best prequels, one of the best origin stories for any movie character, in my opinion. And I feel that this is probably better than what Man of Steel is. You've got Christian Bale playing Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, as I said. If you just have a look on the cover, you can see him as Batman there, and all the bats surrounding him, and Gotham City is just behind him. And, well, I'm going to give you the plot now. In Batman Begins, acclaimed director Christopher Nolan explores the origins of legendary Dark Knight. In the wake of his parents' murders, disillusioned Bruce Wayne, played by Christian Bale, travels the world seeking the means to fight injustice and turn fear against those who prey on the fearful, with the help of his trusted butler, Alfred, played by Michael Caine. Michael Caine's in the movie. Detective Jim Gordon, played by Gary Oldman, and his ally Lucius Fox, played by Morgan Freeman. So we've got quite a few brilliant actors. One of my favourite actors of all time in this film. Wayne returns to Gotham City and unleashes his alter ego, Batman, a masked crusader who uses strength, intellect, and an array of high-tech weaponry to fight against sinister forces that threaten the city. So really, that's the whole plot of the film. And how did I think it was done? I think the film was done absolutely tremendously good. The way that we get to see him as a child and how he becomes Batman, really good. Didn't mention it in the blurb, but Liam Neeson, another one of my all-time favourite actors, is in this film, and spoiler alert, he plays the main villain, Ra's al Ghul. I hope I pronounced that right. It's Ra's al Ghul. Yeah. He plays the main villain of this film. There's also Cillian Murphy, who plays like the second villain of this film. He plays the Scarecrow. So they didn't go all guns blazing and put the Joker in straight away, and I think it was a good idea, to be honest, because the Joker is Batman's most iconic foe. I mean, there's loads of foes in Batman. I think Batman, the whole series, like the comics and the films and TV series, I think that he had the best villains in terms of superheroes and comic books. He had the best villains, didn't he? Come on. There was loads of memorable villains that he had. And I feel that the villains in this film are just as memorable. I think Liam Neeson gives a really good, menacing performance, because he doesn't usually play the bad guy in films. He usually plays the good guy. But in this, it's an exception. He plays the bad guy. And that's the twist of the film, because at first you feel that he's the good guy, but until halfway through you realise that his motivations are kind of flawed, and it goes against Bruce Wayne's principles to punish criminals instead of putting him into prison. What Ra's al Ghul's approach is, he kills them, basically. So it's kind of bad. So Bruce Wayne testifies against this. He says no, you can't do this, and then all hell breaks loose. And that's pretty much the rest of the film. And Cillian Murphy, how you pronounce his name, Irish actor. He does a good American accent. I feel that his performance as Scarecrow really, really disturbing, and he does a really good job. And he's a good villain, although he's not like the best villain. I mean, the main villain of this film is Liam Neeson, and he does a really good job performing as Ra's al Ghul, in my opinion. We have Katie Holmes, who plays an original character in this film, and it's in the form of Rachel Dawes, who's like the childhood sweetheart of Bruce Wayne. After Bruce Wayne goes away into his exile after attempting to kill the murderer of his parents, when he comes back, you kind of know that they kind of will fall in love. Although, right at the very, very end of the film, when Rachel finds out that Bruce Wayne is actually Batman, then they can't be together because put their life in danger, and you see that in the next film in this trilogy, The Dark Knight, and I will definitely review that. It won't be in my next movie review. It will be reviewed though, definitely. I plan to review all of the Dark Knight trilogy, so this Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. So I think Katie Holmes, she does a good job as Rachel Dawes. The whole cast, really. I mean, I think that Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, perfect casting. He supplies Bruce Wayne with all of the gadgets, the Batmobile. I love the Batmobile in this film. Some people have hated on it, but I actually quite like it. I think it's a really good design. You know, it's like a tank. It blows everything up. It's brilliant. And Michael Caine as Alfred Pennyworth, the butler. I think that he does a really good job. He gives an excellent performance. And of course, Christian Bale, I think he's one of the best Batmans ever, to be honest. I think that he plays Bruce Wayne very well, and I think that he plays Batman very well with that Batman voice, you know. He talks like this when he's Batman, so he doesn't give away who he is, you know. So some people kind of find that weird, but I can see why he did that, and it makes complete sense, to be honest. And he's not the first actor to do it. I mean, Michael Keaton did that in the other Batman films. So I don't really know, really. What else is there to say about the film? There's good action sequences. The best parts of the film are probably when he first becomes Batman and when he's learning to become a vigilante. Especially the bit where he stops all these robbers who was organised by this guy called Falcone, and Falcone was responsible for the death of the one who killed his parents. And I really love the scene when the guy says, "Where are you?" and then Batman's just behind him and he goes, "Here," and then he just basically gets him arrested. It's one of the best scenes of the film, in my opinion. Gary Oldman as Lieutenant Gordon in this film. He later becomes a commissioner in The Dark Knight. Again, he does a good part. He plays a really good role in this film. He's sort of like Batman's best buddy. He's the one who trusts Batman, because everyone in this film sort of thinks, so Batman's a bad guy and stuff. But come on, he's put criminals into prison. He's a good guy. Why can't anyone see that? So yeah, Gary Oldman, as ever, he's brilliant. Brilliant actor. I'm trying to think what else there is to say. There's good lines in this film, really good lines. I quote this film a lot, and I think that the music is so good. It's one of the best original scores for any film ever, and same goes for The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Hans Zimmer does all the composing for this film. Brilliant. Absolutely bloody brilliant, the music. And it made Batman darker, you know. It wasn't all camp Batman. So overall, what do I give this film? I probably give this film around a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. I'll probably give it a 9.5 out of 10. One of the best reboots of all time.
Don't forget to click the link below to subscribe to me, James Croft, aka the Obsessivian 95. Have a great day.